So let's take a look at Trico's etymology, firstly before I cover everything else briefly. You can clearly see that his name contains the word tree, so we know that this evolution line is based off a tree as well as a reptile, especially with the pure grass typing, and the visual element of this is carried through his evolution, most prominently in Sceptile. His tail is literally a tree. However, what I am questioning is those yellow balls on his back. I realize that in the Pokédex they are described as seeds, however there is more to this. The point I am about to make is supported even more so by Sceptile's mega evolution, at which point Sceptile's tree tail is more pointed and the balls on his back gain more colors. This looks strangely familiar. A large pointed tree strongly resembling the pine tree with multicolored decoration, only displayed in the best moment of the battle. That's right. Sceptile is a Christmas tree. We know that Christmas is defined as the annual Christian festival celebrating Christ's birth, held on the 25th of December in the Western Church. Which means it is a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, who is also commonly known as the Son of God. Jesus Christ's birth could perhaps be referred to as an enlightening time in history, or the enlightening of humanity as he went on to save it. Furthermore, in the Pokédex entry for Sceptile in the X and Y anime, it describes the yellow balls on its back as seeds that can revitalize trees. Since Sceptile is literally a tree and revitalization is strikingly similar to bringing back from a bad place, i.e. death, could this mean he has the power to resurrect? How strange. Christmas, Christ, enlightenment and resurrection. Not only that, but even since its earliest stage of evolution, Sceptile has been standing on only 2 legs. The only animals we know to do this, besides the avian group, are humans and apes. Is this meant to suggest that Sceptile is some sort of anthropomorphic reptile? Where have I heard that term before? Right. This sounds strangely familiar to the theory that human-reptile hybrids will take over the world if they haven't already. There are stories of Quetzalcoatl, the Mesoamerican serpent deity which is described to establish the human race as mindless and robotic slaves to a system based on fear and control. Wait, hang on. This color scheme looks strangely familiar. Wait. Mega Sceptile? Indeed. This is exactly where the dragon typing which Sceptile acquires upon Mega Evolution comes from. Mega Sceptile is a representation of the lizard-human hybrids which gain control over the entire human race. Don't believe me yet? Take a look at some of the signs which indicate a reptile-human hybrid. Piercing eyes, keen sight and hearing, ESP, a sense of not belonging to the human race yet a deep compassion for the fate of it. They do say that Pokémon share strong bonds with their trainer, and there needs to be a strong bond between Pokémon and trainer in order to achieve Mega Evolution. What I am most intrigued by, however, is the ability to disrupt electrical appliances. When Sceptile Mega evolves, it gains the ability Lightning Rod. That's very odd, as Sceptile is not even an electric-type Pokémon, unless it needs this ability to be able to disrupt electrical appliances without being affected. You've been busted, Sceptile. Now, here is where it all comes together. Religious symbolism, enlightenment, reptilian mind control. I believe that Sceptile, specifically Mega Sceptile, is a representation of the Illuminati. Illuminati is literally a Latin word for enlightened, and it is very much linked to religion, as you can see in the very definition. The Illuminati also heavily ties in with brainwashing reptile hybrids, as it has also been described as something that is actively trying to gain domination over the world by getting into the brains of people everywhere. Still not convinced? How about looking at the shape of Sceptile's tail? We know that it resembles a pine tree, which is, you guessed it, a triangle. Furthermore, trees are used to make paper, which our beloved banknotes are also conveniently made from. The dollar bill, for example. We are living in a world where even our Pokémon are conspiracies. Stay safe, my friends, and don't let the Sceptile human hybrids brainwash you.